challenge has it been to get this pack together, given the number of absentees?
It's been a great challenge. We've obviously had a few days in Portugal, so it's been a brilliant challenge. The new guys that have come in have been outstanding, really applied themselves. So you're under no illusions as to the task that's ahead, and we've prepared accordingly.
Who's those guys that come in that has surprised you the most?
I think they've all been great. Ben, Alec, Mark Wilson moving to 8. So everybody, like I said to you earlier, everyone's really applied themselves. So there's been a real thirst for knowledge, trying to do extras. The hardest job is getting the players off the pitch at the moment, which is a brilliant place for a coaching staff for us to be in.
There is a lack of physicality, there's a huge lack of experience in that pack, so how do you overcome that?
I don't think it's physicality, maybe some experience. They've obviously got a lot of experience, so for me it's not physicality at all. So we need to have a smart set piece, and we need to have good energy and good intent.
And how different do you have to play it tomorrow, do you feel? Because you say there's no lack of physicality, actually in the pack, aren't they, when you faced in South Africa, and at times England were a little bit bullied there. So how do you go about stopping that tomorrow?
I don't think I've ever seen a small pack from them, so it's the same challenge that we faced in South Africa. So, like I said to you, we were prepared accordingly, how we want to play as a forward pack, how we want to carry, how we want to defend. Obviously, new under Mitch. So, yeah, it'll be the intent that we put out tomorrow.
What sort of impact has he had then?
It's a good impact. Obviously, lots of experience, lots of knowledge, coached in Australia, New Zealand and South Africa. So, some good insight from him. And the boys have responded really well.
And Elliot, for you, how does your game change with a different 10, 12 combination tomorrow?
I think it doesn't really change at all. I think the way we train is a different team every day, so it keeps us guessing. We have to kind of work together to know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and obviously I've played a lot with Faz at 10 and Benny as well, so I mean I think it's exactly the same challenge that faces us really.
Clearly seeing that weakness Eddie's got this week, haven't we, in terms of dropping Mike down. Is there a definite shift in mood as this autumn starts? We've now got less than a year to the World Cup.
I don't think there's a shift in mood. We've always talked about the World Cup. It's always been in the back burner, but obviously this year is massively important, and we've only sort of got, I think, 10 or 11 games together now before that World Cup starts, so every game counts.
Neal, how critical are 4 games is this ahead for England, given what lies ahead in Japan? And let's be fair, a lot of injuries, but players sticking their hands up for competition.
Yeah, it's brilliant. All the games, it's such a cliche, all of them are going to be massively important against, the 3 top sides in the Southern Hemisphere. But it's opportunity. It's opportunity for other players to create pressure on players like Maku Vunipola, etc. So, they'll have a great opportunity now. It's up to them to grab it with 2 hands to make sure that they keep putting pressure on the other players. The harder they train, the harder they play, the more it forces out of the rest of the squad.
In terms of the back row, obviously limited caps for what England are bringing to the table this weekend, but just give me an insight in what you've seen in training and what's excited you about the guys that you guys have selected.
I think Brad's got heaps of Super Rugby experience, so he's played against a lot of these guys. Tom Curry for a 20-year-old was phenomenal in South Africa. Some of the contributions he had, the energy, the enthusiasm that he brings to every single session. And if you've spent 2 minutes with Mark Wilson, you know just how proud of an Englishman he is and what this means to him. So again, you can always look at caps, who's got the most, who hasn't. I think that all 3 of those guys will be absolutely busting at the seams tomorrow to make a point.
We know the quality of the South African front line, specifically at loose end with the new faces relatively for England. Is that an area of concern or again an area of opportunity?
I think that was Gail's point earlier on. I think it's a great opportunity. Alec and Ben have been part of a very, very good extra pack that's gone well in the Premiership, well in Europe, and I appreciate that this is again a step up. But unless you give players the opportunity, you'll never know. So this is a great opportunity for them.
And just finally, South African rugby clearly very well. Just give me an insight into how well they've done in recent times to be second in a Super Rugby Championship, win in New Zealand, and really kind of rebuild some momentum.
Yeah, I think they've made it very clear how they want to play. They've had great clarity. They've gone in all the Test matches so far for a very big, very physical forward pack, and playing how traditionally South Africa used to play. So strong kicking game and being very direct. So not surprising at all when you look at the players that they've got, the players that they've got available. So yeah, it's not too surprising to see them back where they've been previously.
Elliot, how has that summer series tour been a source of motivation, the defeat there ahead of tomorrow's game?
Yeah, it's always a bit of motivation, but I think what we learned in South Africa is we could do it in parts of the game. We just need to do it for 80 minutes, and that last performance was full of character, and to be 2-0 down and put out that performance in those conditions was amazing. And I think we'll always look back at that and know that we can play like that, and that's what we want to do.
And how big a factor do you think home advantage will be tomorrow?
It's always great playing at Twickenham. Obviously, the crowd get behind you, and you want to perform well on your home turf. And yeah, I think we're just all excited for it. It's the first of 4 massive games for us.
And in terms of that back three at the moment, there's a massive competition for places, which must be driving all you guys on to get even better. Yeah,
definitely. I think the way we trained this week in Portugal was amazing. I think the level of detail and competitiveness in the squad at the moment is massive. So to go out there tomorrow and try and lead off go well in the first game is going to be massive.
Elliot, 82,000 fans are expected here tomorrow. It's going to be rail strikes. How important is it to have the fans here, and how much sympathy do you have for the time it's going to take to get here?
Yeah, well, I think it's obviously every time you come to Twickenham, it's usually a full house, and you know when they're ready to get behind you, and especially first game of an autumn series, always ready to get behind you, especially against a team like South Africa. They know how good they are and how good they've been the last sort of couple of weeks. So yeah, we're just really looking forward to it.
Neal, the same for you. Just sympathy for the fans, the rail strike, and how important is it to have them here?
Oh, absolutely. We appreciate the support massively, and how far people travel. And the effort they make. So, like Elliot said, whoever we play here, we seem to get a full house. It's a credit to what the boys do. So, yeah, we're unbelievably supportive of the fans getting here a little bit earlier. The fuller it gets, the more noise they make, the better for us.
Elliot, can I just ask you about your evolution, hopefully, moving forward as an international fullback, potentially, and the difference maybe at international level for what you might have to bring to the table for the next 4 weeks if you get a run?
Yeah, I think obviously I played 15 in the summer and really enjoyed it there, and I think the makeup of the back three is exciting, and it's one to be definitely part of. And I think this week I've just tried to do what I do normally and just be a bit more vocal at the back there and give Johnny and Jack the confidence to do what they do, really.
How do you find the positional discipline side of it, when obviously you've got the ability for marauding runs, but you've also got to keep certainly the defensive side in order to covering that area? Yeah,
no, it's something that if you play on the wing, you kind of know what you need to do at fullback. And I think when I was playing on the wing for England before, I'd very happily be slotting into fullback as well. So I think you know exactly what you need to do defensively and in attack. You just got to make good decisions at good times.
Elliot, can I say, some people coming to this game, particularly maybe haven't watched England since the last Six Nations, might look at this squad and think, we're not quite sure what to expect. What should they expect?
I think expect much of the same. I think we've been obviously trying to explore our game, and obviously with our new defence coach, we've got a new system that we're going to put in place over this autumn. So I think that's going to be the big test for us, and I think one we're looking forward to, and one we've come on leaps and bounds in Portugal. So to put it under stress now is something we're looking forward to, really.
And how would you assess the level of confidence amongst England's squad at the moment? Because obviously it's a time when the team got very used to winning, and that's been threatened, it's been weakened a bit in recent years. So how does the confidence cope with being on a bit of a losing streak?
I think we're always a confident team. I think to as I said in the summer, to be 2-0 down and come away 2-1. I know we lost the series, but to put in that performance at the end there shows that where we want to go as a squad. I think every game's important. Every game's somewhere to push the team forward, and I think that confidence comes from that, really.
And just finally, has any changed the way he's been talking to you? Has he changed his manner or his techniques at all in the last recent weeks or months?
No, I don't think so. I think Eddie and he's so honest with you. It's great. You know exactly where you stand with him, and you know exactly what you need to do to try and get in the team, and that's all you need as a coach to be told, as a player, to be told exactly what you need to do to get into that team.
Elliot, it's a 23-man game. We know that. Wearing number 23 is going to be a certain man in Tuilagi, who's only had 17 minutes for England in the last 4 years. Your feelings as a team about perhaps a bit of excitement and how Twickenham might respond if he gets the chance to take the field?
Those of you that don't know, Manu's got just a small strain, so he's been replaced by Chris Ashton for tomorrow. No, he'll be back training with us on Sunday. Yep.
How much of an opportunity is this for Chris then? If you could maybe just talk about that for a second. As the man who's not played for England for so long, has got this opportunity now into the 23.
It's brilliant for Ashy. You know, he made a big call to come back from Toulon, where life was very comfortable for him. He's made a huge call to come back after discussion with Eddie. So you know, it's gone on record already. He wants to be involved, part of the World Cup. He's been brilliant at training, worked really hard. So fantastic opportunity for Ashy, yeah, coming back in.
And a man who you saw obviously with his hat trick for the Barbarians not too long ago here, he's got some serious skills, hasn't he? What's it been like to see those firsthand in training a bit?
Yeah, thank you for that. No, he's been good. He brings good energy. You ask Elliot, he brings good energy, good enthusiasm. He's one of the best trail runners, support line runners in world rugby. He scores tries wherever he goes. So it's good experience. I think he's got 39, 40 caps. So to be able to bring someone like that back in, Elliot's already alluded to, in competition with Jack, with Johnny, with Elliot, with Ant when he's back, with Joe Cocknessiga, with all the players that we've had there. It's brilliant.
How is Manu? I'm imagining severely gutted, given how hard he's worked and how close he's come to come back. Is he okay?
Yeah, Manu was great. He was with us up to last night. So he's obviously disappointed. He again, more than anything, he's put a real good run together for his club. He desperately wants to play for England again. But as I said, buoyed by the fact that he'll be back in with us on Sunday and preparing for the All Blacks next weekend.
Elliot, what are those support lines that Ashton runs like that Neal just mentioned there as a colleague? You see what I mean? Either before, against him, or for him.
Yeah, I think it's a bit rugby leaguey in that sense. I think obviously the way he trails and reads the games is really, really good, and the way that I've sort of learnt of him this week, running shoulder balls, running inside balls, he sees it a different way, and to get that sort of different sort of clarity from him, to add another string to your bow, especially as a back three unit, it's going to obviously hold us in good stead.
So him coming in is almost another case of, even at your age, with your experience, you can still learn from new faces. Yeah,
definitely. I think you can learn from anyone. I think if you watch, we all train together all the time. If you watch someone individually in your position, they will do things differently, and then you can work out whether, actually that's more efficient for the game, or that's a better line there, or he's reading the game a little bit better there. Then you obviously want to learn from it.
Okay. So last one.
On Manu, was that in the captain's run this morning, or was it in training yesterday? Or
Just in training yesterday.
Okay. Thanks very much.
Thank you.